I get asked about my tattoos all the damn time. What do they mean? Who did them? Did they hurt? And I've answered a few of those questions on my channel in the past, but it has been a while and I've collected quite a few additional pieces of artwork on my body since then, so I figured it would be about time I sat down and answered those questions another time over. This time I'm treating it more as like a Hall of Fame tattoo tour. Because here's the thing. I've got a lot of tattoos, and to be completely fucking honest with you, I don't feel like explaining them all to you. Also, a lot of my first tattoos that I got when I was like 18, 19 years old are not my favorites. So, you know, instead of sitting here and explaining to you tattoos I got 8 years ago that I am not that enthusiastic about anymore, why don't I just tell you about my best tattoos, my favorite tattoos, the ones that I am happy and excited to tell you the stories about. And also, there's definitely some tattoos that I'm not going to talk about today that I do love with my whole heart. It's just, I don't want to talk about them. Okay? That's it. That's the whole reason, is I'm not going to tell you everything. Boundaries. But before I get into all the juicy details, today's video is sponsored by Beducated. Beducated is a sex ed platform where pleasure meets expert-backed education. They have hundreds of courses, all with the intention of helping you enjoy sex more, master new techniques, and build up some confidence in the bedroom. Listen, everyone would like to be having more sex and better sex. Beducated wants to help you do just that. I'm a huge supporter of everybody having access to sex education, no matter how old you are or what your experience level might be. I think we all want to feel confident in the bedroom. We all want to feel comfortable exploring new subjects, whether it's by ourselves or with our partners. And I think Beducated opens the door to let you do just that. Beducated has courses on every topic your brain could think up, whether it is learning new blowjob and cunnilingus techniques or learning how to give a lap dance and dirty talk. These are the sex ed courses with the answers you've been dying to have. So whether you want to indulge in these courses by yourself, to familiarize yourself, learn new techniques, and just feel more confident before entering the bedroom, or if you want to consume these courses with a partner and indulge in them together. Oh, also, the best part about the courses is that they're not just telling you, they're showing you. So don't think that this is the same as a quick little Google search, nay. And right now for Valentine's Day, Beducated is offering a bigger discount than usual. So when you use code Maddie, you'll get 50% off the yearly pass at Beducated. This promo is specific to the month of February, so be sure to get in there and take advantage of this. Again, it's code Maddie for 50% off the yearly pass. I want to start off by talking about one of my favorite tattoos, which is my Lady Gaga as the Countess tattoo done by Girl New York. I have 3 Lady Gaga tattoos. My first tattoo was Lady Gaga lyrics on my rib cage. And then the second one, which is like, I'm definitely gonna get this one removed someday, but I got the second tattoo at a Chinese restaurant for free in like 2018. It did like club nights at night. You could rent it out and do club nights. And there is like, if you're gay in New York, you know who Ty Sunderland is. And it was a Ty Sunderland party and it was Lady Gaga night and they had a tattoo artist there that was doing free Lady Gaga tattoos. So rest in peace, China Chalet, I guess, is all I have to say. It is so bad. It is genuinely, it is. I'm not even gonna show it to you because it's so bad. It's on my arm though. But it's so funny. Also, Kim Petras was at that party. Weird. 2018 was so bizarre. So that was my second Lady Gaga tattoo. And my third Lady Gaga tattoo is this beautiful, gorgeous Countess tattoo done by none other than Girl New York. So obviously, if you can't tell, I love Lady Gaga. I would die for her. I think she's one of the most important people that has ever lived. Okay. On top of that, I also really love American Horror Story. And when I got to have my favorite person on the planet in my favorite TV show, yeah, that was a treat. That was a treasure and a treat that we all experienced in the year 2015, okay? I fucking love Girl New York. She is such a talented artist. I find her art to just be so whimsical and girly and free, and I just fucking love it. I would love to be tattooed by her again sometime soon, perhaps my hands or my collarbones. You never know. Going right above that tattoo and staying in the music category, I've got this tattoo on my arm, which is 2 skeletons that are making out with their heads fused together. And the text around them says, "Is it love or is it alchemy?" And this is a tattoo done by Bad Casey. This is a tattoo for the song Love on the Ground by Cannons.
Is it real what I feel standing next to me?
Cannons is a band that I really love, and Love on the Ground is a song that I listen to on repeat for like 2 straight fucking years. Here's the thing about me and what motivates me to get a tattoo. Whatever I want. I think whenever you talk to someone that has no tattoos and you ask them, you're like, would you ever want to get a tattoo? And they'll be like, you know what? If I could come up with a really good reason, I would get a tattoo. Like if I was motivated, if something meant enough to me, I would get a tattoo done. And I'm like, you know what? I listened to this song 380 times in a year. So I got it tattooed. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like monumental or profound or like the most deep meaning thing in the world. It can just be, I really liked this piece of art, so I wanted to get a piece of art in honor of it. And that's really all it comes down to for me, is I love this fucking song. And yeah, that's it. That's the only reason why I got this tattoo. Continuing to stay in the music family, my most recent tattoo, and one of my favorites of all time, now that I have it, I can't stop looking at it, I'm just so obsessed with it, is my thigh tattoo, which says the word forever in balloon letters. And this tattoo was done by Jennifer Paloma, and it is in honor of the song Crying During Sex by Carol Aids, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. I cannot explain to you what this song means to me. Last year, it was my most played song of the year. This year, it was also very high up on my most played. Every time I am having a day where I just feel like punching my fist into a wall and sobbing, I listen to Crying During Sex, and I feel just a little bit better. It's true. I think I discovered Crying During Sex in an era where I was very frustrated with dating. And I remember there was one day, God, what a day this was. There was one day I was seeing someone who I was starting to really like. And at the same time as I could feel myself developing feelings that were deeper for them, I could feel them pulling away from me. And that is like such a shitty feeling when you want to be excited. Your whole body wants to be excited about someone, and then the reality of the situation is like, but they are just not giving you what you deserve to be given, mama. And I knew that a rejection was coming. I could just feel it in my bones. And I spent an entire day, like I knew when I woke up that morning that it was gonna happen that day. You know when you just know? When you just feel it in your bones, you're just like, I'm waiting for it. It's happening today. I know. We're not going to have another normal conversation. I'm going to be rejected by him via text in approximately 14 hours. And I spent like all day feeling like this was coming and having like a pit of anxiety in my stomach, but also not wanting to like draw assumptions or get myself worked up over something that hadn't happened yet. Because I think that was another thing that I was dealing with a lot of the time, was like letting my anxiety control my life and, you know, make me miserable for like a week earlier than I really would have had to be miserable. But it's like, how do I know? How does my anxiety know all the fucking time? I wish that she was stupider. You know what I mean? But I was sitting on my roof journaling and writing poetry and just trying to get my emotions out of my body, and Crying During Sex was on a loop. And listening to the song just felt like such an exhale to me. Anyways, I did receive that rejection text later that night. I knew, my whole body knew. And you know what? At the time, I was sitting right here on the floor and I had my headphones on, and the AirPods, when you get a text, they read your text out loud to you. So this is like a nightmare situation all around, but I was organizing my books in stacks based on the books that I had already read and hadn't read and wanted to read ASAP. And I had my headphones on, and then text comes in and my headphones start reading it out to me, and I feel like throwing them off my head, but then I get a nosebleed as all of this is happening. So I have to go deal with my nosebleed while my AirPods are reading me this rejection text. And I continued listening to Crying During Sex afterwards. And that song has carried me through every frustrating feeling that I felt about dating and sex and intimacy over the last 2 years of my life. And there's a lot of other reasons why I love this song. I think my relationship with sex and intimacy has changed a lot over the last few years. If you listen to my podcast, you have more context for why that is. And this song has just been like a handhold throughout all of it. And I love it so much. So now it's on my body forever. Another tattoo that I have in honor of a piece of art is my Aphrodite tattoo on my arm. This was like the first big tattoo that I got, right? Prime location on my arm. I got this when I had just graduated college, and I got it in honor of my thesis film that I made that won best film at my college senior showcase. Not to flex on you or anything. It was a film that I wrote when I was 21, so it was 5 years ago, which is crazy. And the whole process of making that short film really just meant a lot to me. I think it proved to me how capable I was as a creative person, allowing myself to take myself seriously and lean into something that really mattered to me at the time. Looking back on it now, I don't even know if I really agree with the point that I was trying to make with the movie. It's a short about sexual empowerment. Anyways, my thoughts on sexual empowerment have changed a lot since I was 21, thank God. Not that I completely disagree with the point that I was making in the movie, just that I think that I probably have a more nuanced take now, which makes sense. I am older. I am not 21 anymore. But anyways, in the short, the main character has a tattoo that is slowly appearing on her body, and it is this tattoo. Okay, the next sort of grouping of tattoos I want to tell you about are the tattoos that I've gotten for individuals, for relationships in my life. The most recent one that I got in this category is my tattoo for my cat, Mango. I used to think that pet tattoos were so silly and corny, and I used to be like, what are you gonna do? Is your body just gonna end up a little cemetery for all your pets at some point? Which I think is still fair, despite also now having a pet tattoo. But here's what I'll say. For the record, I still do think a lot of pet tattoos are corny. If they're generic, if they're super fucking common, if everyone has it for their pet, then I think it's corny. If, however, you get a unique and special tattoo for a pet, I think that it's cool as fuck. That's the line for me between corny and cool as fuck. It's a thin line. You do whatever you want with your body, though. I really don't give a fuck about anyone else. So anyways, the tattoo I got for my cat is a hot girl sitting in a martini glass naked with a cat pawing up the stem of the glass. This is one of my favorite tattoos. I think it's so funky and cool, and I specifically did not tell my tattoo artist to make the girl look like me or the cat look like Mango, because the idea is not to have portraits of myself and my cat on my body. No, thank you. I do not want that. The idea is that Mango and I have loved each other in every single lifetime. We've looked 100 different ways and lived 100 different lives, but in every single one that we have had and loved each other. I just love this fucking cat. Where is she? Mango! I love this little girl so much. It hurts me. Okay, do you understand this? Sweet baby, look at her. Okay, you can go back to whatever you're doing now. I just wanted you to come say hi. I adopted her in September of 2020, so we're going on 4 years together, and I just love her more than anything in the whole world. Being a pet owner, but more specifically being a pet owner to her, to Miss Mango, has just absolutely changed my life for the better in every way possible. I can't tell you how much good it does for my mental health having a cat that wants to cuddle and be snuggly all the time. It does so much good for my brain. I love everything about you, Miss Girl. I think you are the most precious thing that ever lived. The prettiest girl, Miss Honey Bunny Funny Bunny. Yes, that is you, and you are so cute, and everyone loves you. And then I have this little love note emoji on my wrist, which is a matching tattoo that I have with my best friend, Ashley. Ashley and I have been best friends since the first grade, and she really is such a huge part of who I am. I feel like I would be half of a human without her. To have someone in your life that you've gone through every phase of life with, I don't remember what my life was like without her. She has been with me for every single thing I have ever gone through ever in my life. That's fucking insane. Every crush, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every success, everything. Ashley has been there. We were girls together, okay? Every era of our lives we have known each other, we have loved each other, we have supported each other. I have such a wonderful and rich friendship with her. Ashley is someone that I feel I can share every half-baked part of myself with and feel completely not judged. And that takes a long time to get to that place with someone where you can share like the half-baked parts of yourself, the half-baked parts of your brain that you're like, I don't know if I even think this or feel this, and I'm just working through it and throwing shit at a wall. Sometimes I'll be the messiest bitch ever, and I'll be like scream sobbing, and Ashley be on the other end of the phone like, yeah, and say it again, bestie. And I'm not afraid to be my messiest self with her because I just feel so fully seen and loved and supported, and I feel like I don't have to be perfect, that I don't exist in black or white, that I am just seen as a full, nuanced person with her. And it makes me feel so loved and appreciated and just safe. It's the best. It really is to have a friendship like that. And we are long distance besties at that. So it is just so special to have that kind of connection with someone. And I'm so lucky to have her. I would literally die for that girl. And don't you fucking forget it. And then I've got this tattoo on my arm, which is a stack of books with a bottle with a rose in it on top. And on the spine of the books, it says, "See you soon." Which, if you don't know, this is actually a tattoo for all of you guys. Back in like 2018, I want to say, I shot a video where a group of subscribers worked with a tattoo artist to design a tattoo that symbolized this little thing we've got going on the internet, the slumber party, Lover Girls USA, and just have something to symbolize what this journey and this platform has meant to me for the, can you believe it, almost 14 years that I've been doing this. Crazy. Fucking insane. That's just never gonna get old to me. I don't think I'm ever gonna reach a day where I'm not like, I can't believe I've been doing this for that long. I can't believe I've been consistently making YouTube videos since I was 13 years old, but I fucking have. And I fucking love it. I love doing this more than I love anything else on the face of the planet. And that's not to say that I haven't, had my ups and downs, that there haven't been moments where I've really struggled creatively and where I've got really down because I made a video that I loved and it didn't perform well. I'm not saying that it's always been perfect, but I'm saying it is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And I mean that. I mean that with every fucking ounce of my soul. I fucking mean it. To find the thing you love and have such a passion and a fire in you at such a young age shaped me in ways that I can't explain. Having a place to go to on the internet where I felt like I could be myself in an era where I felt like I wasn't really accepted by my peers and I was fucking awkward and I couldn't find my footing. Having the internet as an outlet where I could be weird and stupid and make my silly little videos as a teenager, having that changed me, and it gave me so much confidence and such a self-certainty and belief in myself that I'm not sure if I would have had otherwise. I mean, I think I've always been that bitch, but I do think that having this corner of the internet impacted me in more ways than I know how to verbalize to you right now. And to this day, this is one of my favorite tattoos. I think that it is beautifully done. The line work on it is really spectacular. I think it healed beautifully and it continues to age beautifully. Now, the next 3 tattoos I'm going to tell you about all kind of have the same meaning, but it's important that I get a lot of these kinds of tattoos, and I'll probably get more, because it's just who I am at my core, and I do feel that it's what I deserve. So the first 2 were both done by Baby's First Sig, and I am talking about my thigh tattoo, which says romance in distorted text, and the tattoo on the back of my arm that says sweetness, sweetness, sweetness in distorted text. Listen, being the CEO, inventor, and president of Lover Girls USA is no small task. Both holding on to and celebrating my soft side, my vulnerability, my sensitivity, the way that I love is so important to me. And I really do believe that it is one of my best qualities. You guys know this, so I'll keep it brief, but for a long time I felt very ashamed of how sensitive I was, of how much I felt. I felt like my emotions and how deeply I loved was such a burden, and I struggled with it. It was a challenge for me. And now, what a fucking relief it is to be able to see it as a strength and to love with all my heart being someone who feels so much and so deeply. It really is, like, what a relief that I get to feel this way in this lifetime. What a gift it is to feel this way in this lifetime. And both of those tattoos were really about that. I love the style of the text tattoos that Baby's First Sig does. I think the word sweetness is just one that deserves to be on my body, and a nice gentle reminder to always hold on to and prioritize the soft side of yourself. And then of course the romance tattoo, because your girl is a fucking romantic, always have been, always will be. And honestly, we needed to freshen up the ambiance of eating me out. Getting a thigh tattoo for the ambiance of being eaten out, now that is something I'd like to discuss. I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, I do love the fact that when someone goes down on me, they now have to look at the words forever and romance as it's happening. Like, yeah, I'm casting spells on your ass. You're drinking the potion, babe. Saddle up. It's a forever thing. And then in that same vein, I got a anatomically accurate heart done on my arm, and it has a little flower growing out of the top of it because I needed a heart on my sleeve. What are we talking here? Of course I needed a heart on my sleeve. As a CEO of Lovergirls USA, if I didn't have a heart tattooed on my sleeve, that would be insane. That would be wild. How can I call myself the CEO of Lovergirls USA? Of Lovergirls International, Lovergirls Worldwide, if we're being fucking honest. But I love having so many tattoos. I love feeling like a little art museum, a walking art museum. And I love that I have art from so many different tattoo artists that I really admire and think are really extremely talented people. That's like my one piece of advice to anybody that is starting to get tattoos. I don't think the meaning of your tattoo really matters at all. It's the artwork that matters. Go to a fucking good artist. Spend money getting a good quality tattoo done. I swear to God, the meaning and what it is doesn't fucking matter. If it looks sick, you'll like it forever. And I'm ready to lock in and say that. I don't care what the meaning is. If it looks good, you're gonna be cool with it. So spend time finding artists that you admire that are good quality and pay good money for their work, okay? That's my advice to anybody that's new to tattooing. I'm gonna link the Instagram accounts of all of my tattoo artists in the description of this video in case you want to check any of them out and get yourself a fun little funky tattoo. They're all very talented people, and I would recommend every single one of them. If you want to hear more of me, I do have a podcast called Emotionally Online that is airing currently every Wednesday during the Love Island season. I do talk about Love Island UK at the end of every episode, but we talk about everything over there. Dating, relationships, internet drama, movies, TV, celebrities, everything, mama. Okay, it's a sleepover and we're getting into it. Okay, it's happening over on the Emotionally Online podcast, so be sure to go check it out and go hang out with me some more because I would love to see you over there. And if you feel so compelled, you can follow me on Instagram at Maddie Dragsbaek. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.